What's good, y'all? Happy New Year. I know a lot of people were lit last night. Great morning as well. Um, we'll start off this 2019 on the right foot. So today I want to get to the 2019 NFL playoffs. I want to get to my predictions. So I'm looking at a bracket right now on my laptop. There's some good games, man. There's some really good games. Of course, I know my Skins aren't in the playoffs. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of troll comments. You know, people from other teams will be like, "Oh yeah, your Skins are terrible." And I know, trust me, I know. But at the end of the day, we have 3 Super Bowl rings, so it is what it is. But yeah, I'm pretty interested in these games coming up. Um, I'm definitely gonna try to watch as many games as I can. I think we should start with the AFC. I'm looking at the AFC bracket. I live in Baltimore. The Ravens do play at home against the Los Angeles Chargers. We all know who Lamar Jackson is. We all know who Phillip Rivers is. That's a good quarterback matchup there. Lamar is not much of a passer. He gives me RG3 vibes. You know, when RG3 first came in and he was running around doing a read option, doing wildcat and different stuff, and getting a lot of yardage. Kenneth Dixon is really good as well. He's really come up and emerged as their top running back. He had a pretty darn good game against the Browns. The Chargers are nothing to sleep on. What are they, like 12-4? Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon. Phillip Rivers is playing really well. This is probably the best year he's had in a very, very long time. And the Ravens did beat the Chargers a couple weeks ago in Los Angeles on a primetime game. Actually, I think it was like 2 weeks ago on a Saturday night. Huge game. The Ravens are just hot. They're really hot right now. Like I said, they're kind of like how RG3 was, for real. That's how I feel Kodak Black will be at the game. It's going to be an interesting game. I got the Ravens winning that one. And then the other AFC divisional game, it's probably gonna be like 20-7. It's probably gonna be similar to what happened in the other game. I won't be surprised if the Chargers win though. Texans Colts, that's a good game as well. Deshaun Watson, another good quarterback matchup. Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck is really hot right now. He had a rough beginning of the year, and then he peaked at the right time in the year. December, he's peaking right now. Deshaun Watson has been pretty. He's been pretty good. He's been pretty consistent. I did see them play my Skins. He threw 2 picks. If rushed, he will turn the ball over. He's pretty good with keeping the ball, not turning it over for the most part. But he will cough it up. He might fumble it, and I think the turnover battle, unfortunately, I'm gonna say the Colts are gonna win this one. That's my upset pick for the AFC for that first round. And then they play the Patriots next. Actually, we'll go back to the Ravens Chargers. They play the Chiefs at home. The Ravens just lost to the Chiefs a couple weeks ago. The Chiefs are declining. They're on the decline. Ever since Kareem Hunt, the incident with him, they just gone downhill. He's really was a big part of their team. I think they really do miss him right now. So Kareem Hunt being out is a huge factor. The Chiefs didn't have a great December to me. They just beat the Raiders by 40 points. That's not a big win to me because the Raiders are the worst team in the league, other than the Redskins and Jaguars. So if I had to pick a team between the Ravens and Chiefs, unfortunately, oh man, the Ravens, they really could beat the Chiefs in their house. They should have beat them last time. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I know the Chiefs got Travis Kelce still, and they got Mahomes, who's probably gonna be the MVP of the league. Who was probably my pick for the MVP with 50 touchdowns in one season. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. I'm gonna go with the. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I hate to see either team lose because they're just so talented. They're both good teams. Really, they really are. Just the defense. The Chiefs' defense is really, really bad. Woo! I'm gonna go with the Chiefs in this one. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. On the other side, Patriots versus Colts. I really want to go with the Colts, but the Colts play awful in New England. You all know what happened with Josh Gordon. And their defense is not as good as it has been in the past. So I wouldn't be surprised once again if the Colts did beat the Patriots. But I'm going to go with the Patriots in this one because Andrew Luck just cannot beat. I don't know what it is. He just cannot beat Tom Brady. And then, unfortunately, I'm going to have the Patriots beat the Chiefs and go to the Super Bowl. I hate to see this happen, man. I really do. I hope I'm wrong. And then going over to the NFC, Bears versus Eagles. Nick Foles. We all know what Nick Foles does in the playoffs, man. We all know what he does in the playoffs. I really want the Eagles to go to at least the NFC Championship. so they can have a controversy with Foles and Wentz. Because if Foles gets that far again and gets to the NFC Championship or to the Super Bowl, in my opinion, I think you would be silly to not start Foles over Wentz. You would just be silly. You know, I want the Eagles organization to have a crazy argument, just a dumpster fire over who they want to start, who they want to have as their starting quarterback. I just want it to be just a big argument and just craziness in the front office. Because one of those guys got to go, man. They got to go. Because Nick Foles, man, he cannot be a backup winning the Super Bowl MVP and then once again taking them to the NFC Championship or Super Bowl. You just can't. Even if he beats the Bears, that's huge, man. The Bears are good as hell. Khalil Mack is ridiculous. Trubisky's not that bad. They have one decent receiver. Their running back is pretty good. I got the Bears winning that one, unfortunately, like 24-21. Then they play the Rams. I got the Bears beating the Rams. The Rams look sorry. They look terrible. This last December, they look terrible, man. And if the Eagles beat the Bears, then I think they would beat the Rams. Whoever wins that first round is going to be the Rams. I don't care what you say, what you think. The Rams look terrible. Going to the other side, Seahawks versus Cowboys. The Cowboys are not a playoff team. They never have been for the past 30 years. They've been terrible. Romo was awful. Dak is he kind of choked in the Packers. He didn't really choke, but they just were the Cowboys, and they find a way to lose at home against the Packers. I think the refs are going to cheat in this one, and it's in Jerry World. I think they're going to beat the Seahawks. They play the Saints, a rematch with the Saints. They're going to get their butts kicked. It's going to be like 31-3 or something. It's going to be funny as heck. I'm going to be dying laughing. I'm going to be laughing so hard when the Cowboys lose to the Saints. It's going to be so freaking funny. And like I said, the only reason why they're going to win against the Seahawks, Zeke is probably going to have a decent game. But like I said, it's just going to come down to a controversial call at home in Jerry World. That's just what's going to happen. So I got the Cowboys beating the Seahawks in that one, and then losing to the Saints. And then it's going to be Saints versus Bears. I'm going to have Saints versus Patriots in the Super Bowl. Drew Brees. I think it's going to be like a story type thing. It's going to be like a story where kind of like where the bus retired, Jerome Bettis. It's going to be like where Peyton Manning retired. I think it's going to be like one of those stories. Drew Brees versus Tom Brady. That's a pretty good matchup, man. That's a good quarterback matchup. I got the Saints winning the Super Bowl. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be like 31-28 or something like that, kind of like the Atlanta Falcons, Patriots Super Bowl a couple years ago, and it's in Atlanta. So that is going to be reminiscent of that game. I got the Saints winning the whole thing. That's my pick. And just comment, like, and subscribe, guys. Let me know who your pick is. I like trash talking. Please trash talk my comments. I'm fine with that. You can troll, do whatever you want. Go ahead and do that, man. Like I said, I'm a Redskins fan. I'm ready for all the smoke. I'm ready for all the freaking smoke. I'm ready for all the smoke. I don't really care. Y'all can comment and say what you want. I'll clap back. I'll always have something to say. But my organization is terrible. I don't even want to talk about my team unless they fire somebody. Unless they fire somebody in the front office. I'm not making no more videos with the Skins until they fire somebody. That's the only time I'll make a video. But hey, this NFL playoffs, it should be a good playoffs, man. It's gonna be very, very entertaining. A lot of stuff happening. Like I said, the most interesting part to me is Kodak Black being at the Ravens game. That's gonna be funny as heck. But all right, y'all, peace. Happy New Year.